Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Third Down Thursdays. We are here today, starting off with a bang.
Oh, definitely.
Yes, with our friend Albert Hall. So first of all, Albert, thank you for finding some time to hop on with us today. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. You guys hear me okay?
Yes, sir. We hear you clear.
What do you got going here? Fill me in on your backdrop and where are you guys at?
All right. All right. So
you can go. Go for it.
All right. So Albert, first of all, thank you so much for jumping on with us, man. So our backdrop is actually, this is my downstairs area. This is my everyday. Right here. So my mom passed away. She was born in 1948. So she was a huge Cubs fan. And my coworkers ended up buying a jersey that had the number 48 on it because she was born in 1948. And it says mom on it. And, it's cool. So then right back behind me, it's a scorecard. We have the W flag. We have some Chicago Bears stuff, which MJ and Richie to my right too does not like.
We're both Packers fans.
They're both Packers fans. I'm a Bears fan.
I'm a Bears fan by heart. I grew up. Walter Payton was one of my favorite.
My God! See, there's a reason why
we're asking for a Bears fan today, Bruce.
I'm a Seahawks fan now, but as a kid, loved the Bears.
Albert, I'm gonna tell you something right now, Albert. I saw a video of you breaking up a fight at the one of the games in Vegas, and I was like, that guy's from Chicago. Or he's at the very
right here. Here's my guy.
No.
Here's my guy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, let's go.
I love that so much.
My guy.
That's it right there. That's my dude right there, man. I actually had a chance to meet him.
His birthday was just a few days ago, man.
Was it? I missed it. But yeah, I had the chance to meet him years ago when I was working for the Sonics. Coach Carl brought him in for one of our playoff games, and they pumped the team up and just spent like a day and a half with us. It was just a special human. So it was kind of a cool thing as a kid, watching him and then being able to meet him. It was cool.
So I got a Matt Forte autographed football that just chills right here.
There you go.
So
Albert, the other backstory is Bruce and I started this show a couple of years ago. It's blossomed now into a company that we're trying to do some awesome things with. But Bruce was my baseball coach my freshman year of high school.
Okay.
Which is about 8 years ago now. And you are actually here for a very special show because I'm getting married this weekend. So Bruce and I are almost never in person together, but I'm up in the area for the weekend. And so we're doing a show in person, and you are the first guest in a very big show. So once again,
congratulations.
Thank you, sir. It's a very exciting weekend, but I'm very excited about this too. So Bruce, you may begin with whatever questions you have.
Well, no, So Albert, I'm going to jump right into the deep end with you. I'm sorry.
Please do.
So I'm a huge fan of basketball. I coach basketball, and I appreciate that sport more than anything. And seeing what the summer league has blossomed into, and how many people watch it now, including me, because I'm a basketball junkie. How did you guys get to where it was and to what it is right now?
Well, good question. We were asked that quite a bit. I mean, it's a lot of hard work, luck, perseverance, sweat equity, whatever you want to call it. It's old school, and we're, small time promoters. At one point when Warren and I started this thing, we had, we joke, we had 6 handshakes and a box of flyers, and beat the streets and literally inflatable people in the stands. I always say that, but I mean, straight up, that's like the truth of the matter is we had an idea that we thought we could do. There were summer leagues already, taking place, but we thought we could do it better and just make it more of a gathering of NBA people, not just the guys on the court, but the front office staffs, the coaches, the business people, and just really try to grow the game in the off season. And then, kudos to Adam Silver when we first started doing this. He gave us the runway to really take off and try some new things. And our whole goal was to try to bridge that gap from the off season, the finals wrap up, and then really it just jumped right into football and free agency. And it was, or not football free agency, but it was like, a pretty long runway for football. And we're like, man, we can tie NBA and all the way to the start of football. So you know, I think we've accomplished that. And then now it's become just a fan-friendly and a great atmosphere. Like I said, we try to create America's house party in there. You know, that's really what we're trying to do. And, you know, that vibe is great. The players want to be there. The vets want to be there. All the nightlife and what Vegas has to offer is, you know, turnkey for the vets to come back and spend a little time with their owners, their coaches, their rookies, and then come out and see some good hoops.
So we were very fortunate. We just got we got credentials to the NFL draft in Vegas, and I'll let MJ touch on that before to, you know, what you just said. However, I saw those rings that the Blazers just won.
Real deal.
So I love their reactions to it because some of these guys, you know, God bless them, they're going to bust their tails. They're going to do everything they can to be in the NBA and possibly win something. So how did you guys end up making that transition to having those rings and just having a trophy in the previous years?
Look, everybody's always playing for a chip, you know, whether it's a high school championship, an AAU tournament title, whatever it is, you know. And at the end of the day, this is their first experience as pros for the majority of the guys. Now, you get a guy like Trendon Watford, who, you know, it's his second year. But the one thing is, you cannot take that away. And we see how Warren and I, we came up with a slogan a long time ago: summer matters, right? That's just it. Summer matters.
I love it.
No matter what, you know, it's guys, they don't just go through the motions of putting the work in and getting their jumper better, or, you know, hey, I'm going to show up in Vegas and bust my butt for, you know, 15 days. It matters, right? So it's like if players elevate their stock with their teams, they elevate their stock with their fan base. You know, a team can change culture. And this really started when the Warriors won it in, gosh, I don't even know, maybe 13 or 14, whatever it was. But now the Warriors kind of flipped the switch on their culture. And Memphis did the same thing when they won it, right? So now it's like Portland's got a fresh face, but it really, that was the whole epitome of the ring thing, was summer matters, not only to us, but everybody there. And it's like, look, if we can throw a little pizzazz in there, I mean, summer league has street cred. Everybody likes a little jewelry. And that was the idea. You know, we transitioned into that this year. And our guy, Jason from Beverly Hills, who just did the Rams championship ring. I mean, he's been a season ticket holder at Summer League for a number of years. And we actually talked about this like 3-4 years ago, and we finally were able to pull it off this year.
Love it.
So, Albert, like Bruce said, I was able to experience, along with Richie, our producer, we were able to experience a little bit of the nightlife in Vegas. And so I'm curious how it came about that you wanted the NBA Summer League to be in Vegas. Obviously, like you said, it helps attract some of the veterans, the coaches and the owners, everybody to come participate and, you know, show their support during the summer. But other than just that aspect, how did it come about that the Summer League was able to stay home in Vegas?
You know what? We had a window to do it 1 year in 2004 because Boston had held the Summer League the year before with LeBron, and it was, you know, packed house. And but they had a Democratic National Convention in Boston in 2004. Didn't have enough hotel rooms to host Summer League, so we jumped in, had an opportunity. Danny Ainge said, "Hey, I don't want to play at Mohegan Sun. Let's play in Vegas." And so we, you know, did what we could to
nothing wrong with that.
Put this thing together quickly. And then, you know, over time you realize, hey, it's a great, and at that time it was more like destination for families and whatnot. Now it's become just the entertainment capital. But it was a direct flight for everybody and easy to do. And the first year we had 6 teams and away we went.
I love it. So, Albert, I mean,
sounds easy, but it wasn't. Right?
Believe me, I get it.
Dude, we totally understand that. And that's actually where I was going to go with it. I mean, you know, Bruce and I are trying to build something from the ground up as well. So, I mean, what was the biggest challenge that you faced? Obviously, like you said, you were able to get some good support. But, you know, what you said at the beginning, you know, you had a couple handshakes and a box of flyers. So what was that like, legitimately building something that is started just at ground level, that now you have full-fledged support of the NBA? I mean, everything is protected and streamed by the NBA. You know, what was that process like?
People laughed at us. They were like, what? This isn't real basketball. And, you know, the ABA had just been through there. So they left like a pile of bad debt, you know, with vendors and whatnot. So it was the first one. I mean, it was crazy. We had to do, timeshare deals for our staff so we'd go to the meetings and get a discount on rooms. I mean, it was a little bit of everything. It was a credit card and a lot of hustle. But at the end of the day, we realized, look, if we can pull this off, I mean, it's NBA players, and people didn't realize that until that first year we had Dwight Howard. It was like he's number one pick in the draft and he's playing in Vegas. And they're like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Like, right down the street? You're like, yeah, no, these are real games and real referees. And, then next thing you know, we're televising then. We actually did a live stream years later, but we're televising games on, like basically a coat hanger and some duct tape and, showing it. And but there was a lot of stuff like that where people just weren't sure if it was going to work. And then over time, the basketball became the centerpiece, which it still is today. I mean, it's a great showcase for the young players. It's selling hope and optimism for every team. But at the end of the day, it's like you get people in a crowd, pump up the music a little bit, show them with some good players. The guys play hard every year, that. So people, and it's cheap. People still enjoy coming out. I think we started at $10 that year, and then now we're at 40. So in today's landscape, we think it's
40 is not bad.
I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, even $40 for, NBA level basketball.
And
it's the best deal in sports. I mean, and you get 9 games. This year we had one day with 9 games. So, look, we hope to raise that a little bit just because of the cost of doing business. But, that's part of the allure. Like I said, it's a house party. You throw $5 at the door and you get in the party, and we try to keep it like that. And then everybody feels like they got a little piece of it. Nobody's pretentious. Everybody is relaxed. You guys see it. You see who you're going to run into in the hallways of the concourse or in the hot dog, and it's who's who.
No, it's great. I love it. So one of the things that I was thinking, and then I'm not going to lie to you, Albert, I was actually looking into some of your background and things like that and your marketing strategies. What's one of the biggest things that you saw to be successful, to pull in people to watch the brand? And I know you already alluded to saying it's NBA players doing this, but what's the one thing that you can say that, like, that was super successful in getting people to watch our brand in Summer League basketball in the summer when baseball is going on, when people are paying attention to NFL, like free agency and everything like that?
That's a good question. There's a couple. For me with marketing is you have to tell some stories, right? You want these guys to know who they are, I still don't know who Justin Fields is, right? I just don't, right? I'm out west, I don't. So every time I'm doing, a summer league, we're pumping up these guys early on to really try to find out. And for me personally, I knew a lot of these guys because I was running grassroots basketball for Adidas, right? So I'd run them through our circle from 15, 16 years old. We had Zion when he was 15 years old, right? So, I got to know who these guys were, and I knew that they were, either big-time players, big-time people, whatever. But we used social media. We were one of the first to really to do that. We used a lot of highlight clips and getting one-on-one interviews with these guys to get the fans out there to be like, for real, I can pay $20 or whatever it was that year and come out and rub elbows with these guys and feel like I'm part of it and watch their first games. Right. See the stars of tomorrow today. And that was kind of our messaging. And that really helped. And then, from our standpoint too, is just television was big and people knew that, and the internet was huge, but it was also the international. It was a way to blend the international markets together in one place. Mm-hmm. And that helped us. And let's not kid ourselves. Vegas is an attractive place. You'd much rather go to Vegas to see a team that you're rooting for. Or your college program, star, go play. And in Vegas, you make a weekend out of it with some friends.
So seeing the success with that the NBA Summer League has had, and seeing that the NFL has gone into Vegas as well, I was a huge fan of the Seattle Supersonics, even though I'm a Bulls fan.
Guilty. Me too.
Can you see the NBA, and I don't know if you can even answer this question, but can you see the NBA possibly jumping in that market and being like, a Las Vegas team is going to jump into the market here?
Yeah, look, I'm asked this all the time, and I don't have the answers. That's up to the board of governors, the owners, what have you. But
Right.
everybody in the league knows that Seattle's a very viable market for basketball, and it keeps putting out stars. Paulo Banchero, #1 pick. He's a Seattle kid, right? I mean, so look, there's so much history and depth and authenticity in Seattle that it's only a matter of time, in my opinion. And they just redid Key Arena. I went to the Kraken game this year. It was gorgeous. Oakview did an unbelievable job with that project. So I mean, I think they've teed that up, and Vegas is the same way, right? I mean, Vegas has a lot of turnkey. We like to think we've helped soften the beach a little bit for these pro teams now.
Yeah,
Raiders or the Knights or the Aces, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, we were there before they were, but at the end of the day, it's only a matter of time, I think, before those two markets are very viable when it comes time for expansion.
So Albert, I'm curious, you've had so much success with the Summer League. What is the next big thing that you want to do with the Summer League? And again, I don't want to cause any trouble, step on any toes if they're something you can't say, but what's a big dream you have for the Summer League where you're like, 5-10 years down the road, this is the big thing I want us to be able to do?
You know what? I wouldn't say there's that one thing. I would say, look, we still need to make it known to a lot of people who don't know the atmosphere and the excitement and the type of event that it is. I mean, and that's kind of a boring answer for you, but I had people this year from North Carolina, from Brooklyn, first time ever out going, I had no idea this was this fun, right? So, I mean, that's it. I think, look, we've added a lot of elements from our live studio shows on site, our sneaker lab this year, the NBA experiences, 2K Sports is a partner now. So obviously we're going to get into some gaming elements there. But, if I had to put my finger on one thing, I would say, look, I want the players to play more than 2 games if we can get them to do that, the sports science community has a pretty good stranglehold on these teams right now, but that would be my Shangri-La is like, look, let's make it a real head-to-head tournament. These teams play more than, the guys play more than 2 games, but every year we iterate and figure out what we can do better. And, I don't have that shining thing that, hey, one day we're going to get here. I mean, I think we keep doing what we do and the product just gets better, but more and more people are exposed to it. That's probably my simplified answer.
Fair enough. So we got Albert Hall, NBA Summer League president, with us for a little bit longer. So, Albert, I got to ask this question. Who was the guy that you saw that played, other than Zion? You can't do Zion.
Sure.
Who was the guy that played in a Summer League game that you were like, damn, this kid is super athletic and ridiculously awesome. I would love to go to whatever city it might be and watch him play?
Yeah, I mean, shit, I'm asked that quite a bit. I mean, there's a guy like Blake Griffin. People forget about how powerful Blake was. I mean, he was a monster. I mean, it was like, wow, this dude is like he's the real deal. He didn't look like a basketball player per se. He was more like LeBron when it came to just this packaged power. So that's one guy. I mean, I think John Wall, when he played, like the speed that he played at was completely different level. It was like, holy cow. And people, I'm looking forward to seeing and see if he comes back. I saw John at Summer League. He's in great shape, which is exciting. But I mean, the speed that he had was like, man, oh man, this dude he's a game changer when it comes to that. I think there's some other guys that when you first start and you saw Russell Westbrook at his early stage, you're like, man, this dude is good. Harden and all those guys. I mean, KD was just I loved him in college. I mean, just a tall, skinny dude who could just score. He could just really score. So every year there's guys like that, and then there's the second round picks. The Draymonds of the world and the guys like there's been a ton of them, but Jokic, right? Jokic is like out there going, who is this dude? Like we've seen a lot of tall, kind of pasty white dudes from Europe. Like, can this guy play? And then all of a sudden it's like, man, did you see that pass? Did you see him just like slow the game down and make those guys look silly? And that's the beauty of it. Like we love that every year. Some of the guys, the Walker kid this year from Portland played really well. I mean,
he was great.
Milwaukee's foreigner kid. I can't say his name right now. I mean, he had a great summer league, and then a guy like Keegan Murray, who he just came out and he was as advertised, if not better. So a guy like Dame Lillard too. I forget, or Brandon Roy. Those two guys were guys that I worked with early on, and I knew that Brandon, another Seattle kid. But it was just like, I mean, they were special, and it was like, man, this game is going to translate.
Mm-hmm. No, I love
but
it.
Blake was that guy. Like when you said who was had that power and all that, like Blake
That
was
guy. Yeah.
He was a beast. People forget how good, how explosive he was early on. It was just a different level.
Dude, he's incredible, and I completely agree. Like, I mean, I was in college when he came out, and I remember watching him in college when he was at Oklahoma. I want to say Oklahoma or Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, Oklahoma, yeah, man. Like, and I remember watching him play, and I was like, this guy's an absolute tank and a beast. So, no, I that's awesome. That was a great answer. I appreciate that. That's good stuff.
So, real quick, Albert, before we let you go, I have 2 questions. Number 1, what do you think of Richie's hat?
I was rocking that. Let me see. Yeah, Richie hasn't said much, but I like his hat. What is it? Like what's the pattern on that?
It's actually a Budweiser.
Oh yeah. I've seen those out at Lake Havasu and stuff, man. Yeah,
that's the hat that Richie's got.
Those are classic. Hey, if you can rock that in a mullet, you know what, and pull it off. Good for you, bro. Good for you.
I love it. And then the other thing is, Richie, give Albert a question. Give me something. He's right. You have been quiet.
Yeah.
To be fair, Albert, Richie is over there producing. That is.
I got you.
So.
Richie's the man that makes it happen. I know.
But what do you got for him, Richie?
You got something, Richie?
Yeah. Who's gonna win the finals this year?
Ooh.
Oh.
NBA finals?
Yes.
The NBA finals?
Yeah, NBA finals.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the Clippers.
I don't disagree with that. I do not disagree with that.
Wow.
I think they have, like, if everybody stays healthy, big if, right? I know it's crazy, but I mean they're primed. I mean, they should have been a little bit better last year, but it's tough to take it away from those teams. You know, they win it. I mean, Phoenix, if they can run it back, Golden State's very, very good, but I think, look, those guys get a year older. All it takes is one little injury, whatever. But
yeah.
I mean, I hate to say that because Golden State is adding a guy like Wiseman and Kuminga's a year older, Moody and these guys, and Steph is not slowing down. But I'll give you a random one. What the hell, Clippers?
I love it.
I actually really like that. The Clippers are one of those teams. They've got Ty Lue coaching, who he makes any team good. Even when they had their stars out last year, they were still above average. I believe they were above 500 last year.
No, they're around 5. They're around 500.
I mean, right around 500 without 2 all in.
They were playing all five.
Without Paul George, without But,
I mean, Norman Powell's a big addition for them.
Yeah,
a guy like that. Let me ask you guys, like Third Down Thursdays, like
coming at us. Let's go. I love it, Albert.
Football team, but like what's the primary focus week to week?
Everything.
So yeah, the name, and it does confuse people sometimes. The name is football based, but on any given week, Bruce and I specifically love baseball, football, basketball.
Yep.
My first love is baseball. Bruce's first love
is basketball.
And then we're Packers and Bears fans, like we said earlier. So we go at each other all the time on that.
Yeah.
Richie loves hockey and soccer, so he makes us talk about that sometimes. So we do our best to stay as national as possible and as broad as possible when it comes to the sports. Right. During the football season, we will focus more on football.
I got a Stacey King bobblehead doll right here, just chilling.
There you go.
So
I just because it's right now I've found myself watching baseball a little bit the last few days. I'm a Mariners fan, grew up. Mariners
they're doing great.
They're actually pretty exciting young team right now. I like it. It's in Julio Rodriguez.
I was gonna say
Richie actually just made a comment right now. Julio Rodriguez is going off.
He's a stud. No, but I mean their pitching is actually they got a lot of young arms too, so that's kind of fun. I think people are sleeping on my Hawks. I think they're gonna be better than people think. We need a quarterback, though, no doubt. But Garoppolo might end up there. You better watch out.
Oh, let's go.
Do you
Metcalf too.
Do you think though?
No, I know.
Yeah,
I saw that.
They re-signed Metcalf today.
Yeah, they
re-signed
him. 3 years.
Yeah, we knew that was coming.
Yeah. Do you think though that the 49ers would actually trade Jimmy G in the same division?
Yes.
I think, look, I don't know if they're going to trade him. They may have to release him. It depends money-wise, right? If they released him, he asked for a release, they're not going to trade him, and he may sign with Seattle. But that's going to be an interesting dynamic. I mean, obviously losing Russ was a big thing for us, but I have no idea if Drew Lock can play. I know Geno Smith's not the answer. That's what I'll say. But I do like the moves they made with a lot of their defensive players and, picking up the Michigan State running back, Kenneth Walker. I mean, he's going to be a stud.
He can play.
Yeah, they made some really good moves that help the team. It's just if they had a quarterback right now, they'd be talking about him like everybody else. But don't sleep on him. That 12th man's coming back too. No more COVID. The fans up there are back to it. That's a big difference, man.
All right, we're going to do this. I'll bet the Chicago Bears have a better record than the Seahawks.
I like the Bears though this year.
You're turning.
And they have an easier division. Easier division.
Which do you think the Bears or the Seahawks will have a better record?
Ooh.
I'll take a friendly bet on that. I'll take the Seahawks. I know it's a foolish bet, but I'll take the Seahawks.
Okay. So gentleman's bet, $1.
Yeah, there you go.
Gentleman's bet, always. And man, if I see you in person and the Bears have I'll get you a Coors Light.
There you go. Sounds good. Well, we got to get you guys out to Summer League next year.
Yes.
We have a new studio on site now, run by our students and our interns and our people here, which is great. Our sports business classroom group, but we're happy to host guys like yourself. We love it. We did it this year. We had a number of shows, but it's a good way to kind of get in there and get into the mix. And by all means, we'd love to have you on there.
And Albert, the other thing I was supposed to tell you, I
Joe.
messaged this to you, but I don't think you saw it. So my buddy Joe Arijo that I just started doing a Packers show with, he's like very good friends with Tony Cardasco.
Okay, right. I know Tony. Yeah, Tony's
you.
Nothing
because Richie and I shut up. Bruce is producing that show, and so he's talking smack right now.
I am.
But when Richie and I were in Vegas, we were hanging out with Joe, and I believe Tony was there as well. I wasn't able to talk to him much, but good friends with Joe, and so that's how we kind of got introduced to the Vegas scene recently.
Gotcha. Tony's an OG Vegas guy. He's been around forever.
Yes. So
good cat.
We're definitely with you, Joe, and Tony. We're definitely going to be spending some more time in Vegas, so I'm excited.
Please.
I'm going back.
There you go. We'll pump it up next year. I don't have dates yet, but as we get closer, get on there and talk about Summer League a little bit and see if you guys can't make a trip out there.
100% we can, Albert. 100%. And then please let the NBA know that we're not some schmucks. We want to get we try for credentials. So please, by all means, you can help us out, bro.
No, look, I mean, that's the beauty of Summer League, right? You see people that come from and say, "Hey, I'm gonna plant my flag there," and you've got coaches now who've cut their teeth. Their big story came out on all the guys, Jamal Mosley, and some of these other guys have come through. It's what it's about, We're as Warren says, we're the league of the people, man. This is it.
Agree. Well, Albert, I can't tell you how much we appreciate you jumping on with us.
Yes, sir.
We would love for you to jump on at another time during the NBA season, because honestly, I would love your thoughts when the season starts and halfway through. So please, by all means, you're more than welcome every day on Third Down Thursdays.
Awesome, guys. Well, appreciate you, and thanks for having me. Good luck out there.
Thank
you, Albert. Talk to you later, sir.
All right. Take care.
All right. 2 things.
Awesome guy.
Number 1, awesome man. Actually, 3 things. Number 2, hello, gentlemen. Since we jumped right into it.
Are we
Hello.
Is our guest waiting?
Yes, our guest is waiting. So the next person we have on is Coach Jonathan Hayes, who has been on the show before.
Awesome
He's
guy.
a friend of the show.
Awesome.
And he has recently, I believe, accepted a new job position. So we have a lot of things to talk about.
With the Renegades?
I think so. I'm not sure off the top of my head.
We got to talk about this.
We're going to be asking Coach that. So we're going to welcome into the show Coach Hayes. How are you doing on this fine evening, sir?
Gentlemen, how are we doing?
Coach.
We are doing great, sir.
Good. Sounds like it. Sounds like you guys are enjoying yourself tonight.
Hey,
Coach, we are enjoying ourselves tonight.
This young man sitting to my left is getting married this weekend. So there's a reason for enjoyment.
Okay.
So yeah, this is one of the rare times you will see us together in person.
True.
And we are also a different breed of entertaining and crazy in person. So,
True.
But yeah, Coach, thank you on short notice for being able to
No worries. No
hop
worries.
on with us. So we'll just jump right into it. I know you accepted a new job position recently. So give us a little bit of background on that and let us know what's going on in your life.
Yeah. So after the second XFL folded, and when they were talking about coming back and doing it again, for whatever reason, I wasn't asked to come back as the head coach, but and general manager. But Bobby, who I have worked for before, Bobby Stoops at Oklahoma, I was his special teams coordinator, and I was the tight ends coach, H-back coach, and I also had coached the O-line. I was the interim O-line coach for the Cotton Bowl. And so he and I have had a great relationship. And he said, hey, you guys beat up on us pretty good. So, I'd really enjoy if you guys wanted to come and be a part of this again. And, he was gracious enough to let me sit on it for a couple of days and just allow myself to digest it and everything. I said, sure, why not? Because when it comes right down to it, guys, I just want to help young people. I love coaching. I love teaching. I love being a mentor, and all those things are still there, and I'm still able to do all those things. So it was a great opportunity. Got to bring some of the guys from my old staff with us. Chuck Long's going to be it's going to be my co-coordinator and quarterback coach. And then I can't announce some of the other guys until September, but it'll be a lot of fun. And then my brother Jay is going to be the defensive coordinator, and he was that for me in St. Louis. So, and a couple of defensive guys are going to be coming back. So it's really exciting, and working with Bob again, and we've always had such a great friendship, and we were teammates in college, and so it wasn't a hard decision. Trust me when I tell you, it was a pretty easy decision to join back up with them and be a part of something in Arlington. I can't say I'm in the habit of calling it Dallas, but I guess.
Well, Coach, I gotta say, first of all, congratulations.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
That is that's awesome. And speaking from obviously a very different dynamic and a different area of coaching, there is nothing better than to be as selfless as a coach, and being able to help young men achieve anything, and to have a collective group of people have one goal. So I want to say congratulations.
Thank you.
So that being said, what are the differences that you've seen now with the current XFL and the former XFL since you've been a part of both experiences?
I think I'm not sure if they're calling this 2.0 or in the one I was in prior, you already kind of had a structure through the WWE,
right?
The business model, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where even though, for example, Doug Whaley has been brought back, Doug was Oliver Luck's right-hand man. And so Doug knows a lot of how to structure a lot of these things, and Russ will do a great job too. But it's just how the new owners want things structured and how they want to build it, as opposed to Mr. McMahon already he knew that people want football. They want, unlike the product of wrestling, which is a different entity within all itself.
Yep.
People want to see football. They want to see good quality football. They don't want to see gimmicks. They don't want to see hyperbole. They want to see football. They want to see skill. They want to see guys going out there making plays, execution, all those things that go with professional football.
Yeah.
And the good thing that happened was we were giving them that in our version. And people were liking it, and we were getting good ratings. COVID just shut us down.
I remember that.
Yeah.
So that was the tough part of that. So now I still think the new owners want to make sure that it's good football, good people are able to buy into their team. And that's why, from what I understand, even though practices will all be in Dallas for all the teams, everyone's, from what I understand to this point, everyone's flying to their home sites to play games, which I think is important if it's going to have any legs to it, and if you're going to build a fan base, because if all the games, I think the USFL felt this, there was a good crowd when Birmingham played, but if you watch the other games, there weren't nearly as many people because there's no reason to be.
So real quick, so just to kind of expand on that, one of the things that I appreciated about it is off the top of my head, I saw Rod Woodson being one of the new head coaches. Now, looking at it, I see Jim Haslett, I see Wade Phillips, I see Bob Stoops, obviously. I see Reggie Barlow. So do you think there's almost a legitimacy that's, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but I apologize for it. But do you think there's a little bit of legitimacy that's coming from having head coaches that either played or coached in the NFL or coached at a high level in the NCAA give credence to what you guys are trying to establish at the XFL level?
Well, we had that when I was in the first one too. I think that obviously they were looking for something different, which is fine. I mean, God bless you. The funny thing is, I'm just not going to go there.
You can on our show. You're more than welcome.
Yeah, well, I'll put it this way. I've coached for over 20 years, played for over 12 years.
Yep.
I think my resume speaks for itself, and I think other guys that had coached in 2 years ago, you could say the same thing.
Yes, sir. I get it.
And so I just think that they were probably looking for something else, and that's fine. I don't begrudge them any of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's part of business, as we all know. Has and I worked together, in Cincinnati. Rod and I played together. I've coached against Wade and I played against Wade. So, and like I said, Bobby and I worked together. So, Heinz I coached against. My brother Jay coached Heinz at the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, guys. I don't have those answers, and I wasn't there, so I can't even speak on that. What I can speak on, though, I think it's going to be a good game. I think they have a good footprint from the last time we did it, and it will allow them to not have to go through so many of the growing pains.
Right.
Hopefully, at least if they use some of it, so that we can get up and running quicker. And hopefully that's what they're going to do.
Well, I think, like you said, Coach, the general consensus amongst most people is that the XFL 2.0 really only failed because of COVID, like you said earlier. So I think, when you there's a little bit more gusto, I think, with the marketing this time is really the biggest difference. They're taking more time to do it right, whatever that means.
And you have the Rock.
And then, you have the Rock at the top, which, is just as big of a name as Vince McMahon, if not bigger. But I mean, Coach, how excited are you to be a part of this? I know you have a little bit of time still until practices and the drafts and all of that. But how much excitement does it bring to you, not just to be able to coach again, but specifically into the XFL, where you said, you can actually get with some guys that you can make a huge difference? Because last XFL, there were guys like Taylor Heineke who actually got NFL jobs because of the league.
Yeah.
Yep.
We had 8 guys from our team get shots, Now, it doesn't mean they all stuck, but, we had 8 guys. And I think we're going to try to build it in a very similar way, and try to do things that will allow us to have success. And, we'll be out at camps this summer, later at different NFL training camps, just evaluating players. And that's one of the things I also love to do, coming from college and then working for the Bengals, we didn't have many scouts. So as soon as the season was over, we did a lot of the evaluation as coaches. And that has allowed us to really have a lot of input with who we would draft and who we'd bring into the building in Cincinnati. And that's kind of, you have to be able to do that and have to be, I think, a good evaluator to allow yourself a chance to bring in players that either is going to fit your system, or you're going to have to create a system for the players that you accumulate. And of course, as the saying goes, I don't want to accumulate talent. I want us to accumulate and build a team. And that's going to be our goal. And that was our goal the last time. And talking with Bob and the other guys that are going to be a part of it, and Rick, who's our head of our pro player personnel director, he gets it, and he and I have had conversations, and those are the things that are really going to help us build a team.
So, poor Richie over there, he's dying. Our producers,
was he sick?
Just
He started coughing.
I have no idea what's wrong with him over there.
Sorry
I'm
about
perfectly
that.
honest.
No worries.
Real quick though, Coach, do you like his cowboy hat?
I'm trying to see what colors are those.
Here, Coach, we'll show you the hat he's wearing.
So we got a red, white, and blue American
Budweiser hat.
Okay, very good.
Okay, so we've gotten.
So I'm taking it to bachelor parties tonight.
No,
It's actually
this is the
it's
bachelor.
actually-
This is the third down Thursdays. This is the third down Thursdays bachelor party.
Okay.
We're starting tonight, and then we'll continue.
I figured it was going to start sooner than later.
Yeah, we're honestly, we've already started. This, to me, this is a party.
That's true. That's
being
true.
able to do this in person, because Coach, we've only done it in person
3 times.
4 times.
Yeah.
So to be able to, go at Bruce in person, do all the interviews and everything, it's way more fun.
It's awesome.
So
But,
much more fun.
So I'm going to totally ruin the moment right now and continue asking you questions, Coach, if you don't mind.
I have a question. What was my question?
I don't know. You sit on and wait. One of the things I actually did want to talk to you about. So you made me think of this, Coach. Now the XFL, and I didn't know if it did before, so please correct me if I'm wrong, has access to NFL camps and NFL training and stuff like that because of the partnership that the XFL has with the.
We did last time too.
Okay, fair. All right. So have you seen? So that being said, have you seen any difference with the access that you have now and between then and now? Is there any kind of difference?
Well, one, I hadn't gone to any camps yet. They just opened this week.
Well, right. Okay, fair.
We're going to wait, a week or two, and then fortunately for me, I have a lot of friendships and a lot of guys that I've either coached with or against that I've become colleagues or respected, or and so being able to go to those different camps, it's been really good for me to be able to see across amount of players across the country and at different teams, because as we all know, everyone has different styles. Last time when I was at all these different went to all these different teams, I was going as a head coach, so I wasn't just watching offense, defense. I was also watching the specialists. Now I'll be more observant with the offensive guys, but I'll, just out of habit, I'll watch. If I see a good defensive player, I'll be like, hey, make sure I tell Rick or I'll tell Jay about them, so that we make sure we go back and take a good hard look at him in case for whatever reason he's released from a team. Now, needless to say, it's hard to have that conversation with a kid. Hey, if things don't work out, we'd love to have you and all those things. But, it's always just say, hey, it's more, I'm watching you. And, I appreciate what you're doing. And if things don't work out here, we'd love to talk to you. But I'm wishing you well, and I hope it does, and I hope I don't see you. But that's just part of it.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay, so this is kind of a chicken. Did the chicken come before the egg question that I'm about to ask, and I'm like acknowledging that it's a bit of a weird question. And Richie's still dying. Oh my gosh, Richie, are you okay?
Carry on.
Oh my gosh. He's not doing okay. I don't know what's wrong. But so
Go get a drink of water, bro.
For real, right? That's
He keeps making me know. He keeps looking at me and makes me laugh.
me looking at him causes him.
You need some caffeine? Yeah, drink your Coors
I'm
Light. It's
good.
basically water.
I'm good.
But Coach,
Carry on.
how much do you think? So you're going to be at camps watching NFL action, right? Then
Yeah.
when the XFL is playing, how much interaction do you have with then your NFL friends coming to you and being like, okay, now that my season is over and we're going into our off season, how much interaction do you think you'll have with those guys?
I was contacted more by some of the scouts that I was friends with.
Okay.
Some coaches different coaches call about players. But it was mostly the scouts that would contact us. And so,
okay.
Which is, which is a good situation to be in. And we had a matter of fact, we had a player get drafted. And Kenny Robinson.
Yes.
And he went to Carolina and he went in the 5th round. And he's still there, but we knew Kenny because and Trey Brown, who's now with the Bengals in their scouting department, and he's one of their lead scouts. Trey did a great job of doing his homework and knowing that Kenny, even though he was draft eligible, still could come play with us.
Yeah.
And so, and Oliver did a great job of negotiating that, and then making sure that it worked for us.
Coach, how much does St. Louis need a football team?
Nice. That was good.
I have to.
Wow, you just went directly.
I think you know what, and I'm going to be totally honest. It was great for us.
Oh yeah,
they embraced us. We embraced them. We went out into the community. We did a ton of community service. We were part of the university or part of the city, and it was a great opportunity for us to put ourselves back in an NFL town, and it allowed us to really find that they wanted us as much as we wanted them.
Yeah.
And they embraced us as much as we embraced them. And that's why they were going to open the top part of the bowl. We sold out the first 2 games, the bottom part of the dome. And then they, in our next home game, they were going to open the top part of the dome. So that just shows you how much they love pro sports there. We did a lot of cool things, and we were able to really embrace the city, and the city embraced us back, and we had a great run. And I'll be forever grateful to how well they treated us, and and allowed us to become a part of their city.
So I got one more hard-hitting question.
Uh-oh. Coming at you, Coach.
So I believe you guys in St. Louis had the only kick return touchdown in the XFL.
Correct. And it was off a gimmick play.
Yes. So here's my question to you, Coach. Can you please fix the Packers special teams?
Oh my goodness. Well, I will say this, and I give credit. I give credit to Nick Siciliano and to Chris Crocker. Nick came up with the idea, and then I sit in with the special teams like I do offense and defense every day. And so we fine-tuned it and we worked on it. And the guy that ended up scoring the touchdown on it, there was a debate, and the one thing we all came to agreement on was that Joe is a football playing Jesse. And so we said, give him the ball.
Yep.
He might not run the 40, being the fastest guy out on the field, but he's one of the fastest football players I'd ever been around. And so once he got the ball in his hands and we got a couple blocks, we were like, on the headsets, I could hear guys going, he might take this to the house. And I'm like going, be quiet, be quiet. But it was great. And I don't know if they're going to keep that rule. I don't know, if they're going to keep the conversion rule after you score a touchdown, or if you're going to be able to kick it. Those are a couple things that have not been spoken. We liked the conversion rule. The only thing was, throughout the league, I think scoring was, I want to say it was 32%, maybe 37%. So, it's not, you got to think of it like this. On my red zone sheet, you got to put some extra plays in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So a couple special ones. Yeah.
So
I love it. Good.
I'm good. Yeah, I got out my 2 hard-hitting questions.
All right, so we got Coach Jonathan Hayes with us for a little bit longer. All right, so Coach, I didn't get an opportunity to ask you this question originally. And obviously, you played in the NFL. You've done so many things. You've coached and things like that. So one of my idols, and I have to ask you this question. And this is totally this is off of what everything that I was gonna ask you, just so you know. So if you don't know, if you want to tell me to shut up, you're more than welcome to. I'm totally okay with that.
Please do. I tell them all the time.
There's a gentleman by the name of Tom Waddle. Chicago football. Chicago absolutely loves. What was one of the things about that gentleman that you saw as a football player that you could appreciate? And one of the things that when you played against him that was a part of the scouts team conversation that you heard?
Well, first of all, I never played against Tom because Tom was on offense. Now, I watched him.
Sorry, excuse me.
But, Tom was a very productive football player, very respected, played hard, and he was productive.
Yeah.
And those are the things you look for in great players, and or in core players. And Tom was a core player.
Agreed.
You know, and obviously he wasn't. You know, there's tiers of players,
Right.
and you know he wasn't a top tier receiver, but
Right.
he was a very productive receiver.
Right.
And that allowed him to have staying power. I can't remember how many years he played. I want to say he got hurt, and that's what kind of shortened his career. But
And then he went to Cincinnati, and then signed on with Cincinnati, and then Cincinnati ended up cutting him.
yeah, but he's from here.
Yep.
Yeah, and so, but I always thought that, you know what, he was a hard nosed guy that, you know, threw his body around, did not think twice about it. And so that's why I liked him. You know, I enjoyed watching tough football players. I like, you know,
Right.
my name, I'm what they call a ham and egger. You know, I was not the flashy tight end going down the field. You know, I didn't have a million catches in my career. I knew what my role was, and I embraced it. And, you know, now the game has been spread out. And so depending on who you play for, tight ends are asked to do less and less inline blocking and more perimeter and blocking and just being able to shield the defender from the ball carrier. And that's fine, because too, you know, it doesn't matter how you get, whether you're running a slip screen or whether you're running RPOs or whether you're handing it and getting 4 and 5 yards, it's still 4 or 5 yards you're trying to get.
Yep.
And that's the key to it. And more people are feeling comfortable spreading people out. You know, but there's also the frame of mind that, you know, because of that and because of the way the game has changed and the dynamics of it, people struggle with teams now that you might call back in the day old-fashioned OG type football. With you look at San Francisco,
Yeah.
You
Look at Green Bay in the playoffs.
You look at New England. You look at those teams that you know, play hard off the play action and pound the football. That makes it hard, but you still can throw the ball deep, and you can still have those big chunk plays. And those are the things that really, as a coordinator, regardless of how you're calling it, you still want the chunk plays. You want to average at least 5 plays over 20 yards throwing it, and at least 5 plays over 10 to 15 running it. You know, because you got to have chunk plays. You can't, you're not, as much as you want to think you're consistent enough to be able to just march it down and, you know, get 4 here, 3 here, 4 there, 5 here. It's hard because eventually either the defense is gonna break or the offense is gonna do something to screw it up, and or the coordinator's not going to be patient enough. So it's a fun chess match, and you got to enjoy that part of it. And that, as a coach, that's what you love to see. I mean, you look at these young players now. I'll give you an example. You know, a young man that's going to be coming out next year, Will Anderson. Lord have mercy on it, whoever, because that guy, he's a one man wrecking machine.
Yep,
he really is, and the reason I bring him up, because here's a kid that possibly could be up for the Heisman. a true defensive player. First time a true defense, where Woodson was a defensive player, but he also returned punts. They would put him out there on offense for some specialty plays, those type of things. This guy is a true defensive game changer. He blows things up, and that's neat to see. Matter of fact, with all this NIL and all these different things, we've created a platform. And Will is partners with us, and our platform's called A3, and it's a cloud-based athletic management system that guides young athletes through their sports journey. So whether it's NIL, whether it's whatever it is.
Coach? I'm sorry to interrupt you. Can you say that again so that way our producer can actually put it up on our screen so that way kids and whoever's watching right now can see it?
Oh, it's called A3, and it's for the 5G athlete. So it's A3 platform, and is a cloud-based athletic management system that is guiding young athletes through their sports journey.
Love it.
So we're that is and Will is partners with us in our platform because he wanted to be able to put out his version of it. He wanted to be able to put his label on it. And so in doing that, this is becoming his brand. And this is how he's gonna, whether it's NIL or whatever it is moving forward, is going to allow him to give his version and his story on his terms.
It's awesome. Well, Coach, honestly, I can't tell you, I don't know if MJ has any more questions for you.
I do not, but I'm going to make Richie ask you a question.
All right.
Our producer is going to ask you one question, so if you don't mind.
Hit me, Richie.
Shit. I love so Richie's normally completely behind the scenes for the most part. But because we're in person, Richie is here with us, and I gave him 15 seconds to come up with a question.
Who's winning the Super Bowl this year?
Super Bowl? What?
What did he say? He whispered it. I didn't hear what he said.
No, he asked who was going to win the Super Bowl this year. But I will actually counter that. And actually, he coaches for the XFL, so you can't do that. So, who wins the Super Bowl this year, Coach?
Well, I think the Rams have a good opportunity to get back in it. I think that Cincinnati, if they can keep their quarterback upright now, I give Joe Burrow so much credit. I think he's a tough ass kid. I mean, you get sacked 9 times and you still are able to come back and win the ball game. That's impressive. I don't care who you are. To be able to do that, you're getting knocked on your ass that many times and you still can do that. That's impressive. The other couple teams, they're still, Green Bay, because they got the quarterback.
That's it. That's the only reason why.
But that counts in this league. In the NFL, that counts. That it makes a difference.
True.
I think Tom is coming back for a reason. Brady, I think it is going to be interesting to see that. The other teams in the AFC, I think San Diego, excuse me, LA Chargers.
Yep,
I think their quarterback is talented and able. I think depending on what Denver's defense looks like, I think Russ can help them. It's going to be very competitive. Kansas City, even though they lost a couple receivers, I still think that they're in the hunt. Oakland proved that they can compete. In Tennessee, because the way they play, they shrink the game and they make it hard on their opponents.
Yeah, talk about
it'll be interesting.
I agree, Coach. I agree. Well, please don't be a stranger. I would love to just have a conversation with you, especially when the XFL season starts. I know you're going to be super busy with that, but man, I'm going to tell you, if I'm down in Dallas or down in the Texas area, I will make a point to find you. Don't forget me, Bruce. Coach Bruce here, right here. This guy, bald-headed dumbass. I would love to have an opportunity to talk to you in person because, like, the amount of knowledge that you have about the sport, I could sit here and listen all day. So,
well, I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate you having me on.
Absolutely, Coach. And like Bruce said, my family also lives in Dallas right now, so we'll try to come make a trip when XFL season comes around.
Yes, sir.
Get down there, watch a game. We'd love to take you out for a drink or something.
100%. I'll get you some Coors Lights if you like Coors.
I might like something a little bit stronger, but that's okay.
Well played. Well played, my man. All right. See, that's the reason why he's our producer.
There we go.
Throw an apple, baby.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Talk to you later, Coach. Oh.
Good man. Good man. Good man. All right. So we got time? Do we have time?
I believe so.
We got a little bit of time.
Yes.
All right. Well, hey, guys.
Y'all assholes.
How are we? Hold up.
I am here working my ass off, barely listening to anything.
No.
that's going on.
No.
And you're
Stand,
like-
stand up.
What?
What
No.
is going on?
No. We're not assholes. We're
How's it going?
good. I like the hats.
Thank you.
I don't know.
Hey, how attached are you to that hat?
Oh,
On a scale of 1 to 10.
My hat or hip?
10?
10, 100%. Like I've had
10?
You know how long I've had that hat?
No, I don't.
I've had
That's
that
why I
hat.
asked the
I've
question.
actually had that hat for 4 years.
That's not
Okay, that's not that long.
It's
How
long
are you
enough.
at 10?
I wear
That's
it
really
every 4th of July.
Okay, so can we invest and buy him one?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Why, you really like it that much on me?
Yes,
Yes, I do. Actually,
no, yeah, I
no,
agree.
like
All right.
legitimately,
I agree. with that.
legitimately, I think he needs one of
Ooh,
those.
is that a transition? All right, transition.
Yes, it is.
All right, so that being said, so Richie, please remove the hat.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, so here at Third Down Thursdays, we want to donate money. That being said, Richie, as much as we give him as much crap as we give him about his hair, why you thumbs upping your laptop? The camera's there.
You know what?
Nobody can.
No one gives a shit about you going like this. Anyway, we are going to do a thing with his hair. We're going to shave his head. Would we agree on $2,000?
Yes.
$2,000. So if you donate to Third Down Thursdays, and we're going to open this up. Actually, we'll probably open it up next Thursday. I think
Yes.
that'd be the best way to do it.
Yeah. Next Thursday, we'll open it up. So if we can get $2,000 of donations by the second Bears-Packers game
Second, that's
of
Christmas.
the 2022 NFL season.
Around Christmas Day, $2,000.
Yes.
We're gonna shave Richie's head, and Owen, who is sitting over here, being
Owen,
an
come here.
amazing man, just hanging out. He's going
This is
to.
my best friend Owen.
No,
You gotta come along
gotta.
closer.
No.
Come around the couch.
Squeeze. Oh, you're skinny. You're good.
Yeah.
There he is. Keep
What's
going.
up?
All right, there he
Keep
is.
going.
There he is.
There
All
he
right.
is.
So Owen is going to shave Richie's head for $2,000.
Yes.
And we will donate all the money, all the proceeds, everything will go to a charity of. Actually,
We said Richie's choosing.
Richie's choosing.
We said a charity of Richie's choosing.
I have
So
no idea yet.
we'll announce that next
We'll
Thursday.
announce it. So next Thursday, we are going to announce it. We'll
give
put
some
it out
more
there.
Details.
We'll give details to it. We're going to let everyone know. Owen, it'll be a live in-person show, regardless of where it's at. Oh, wow. Fuck it. Let's do it.
We'll figure it out.
Wisconsin.
If we're in Wisconsin for a Packers game, if we're in Chicago, if we're in Mississippi, if we're in Dallas,
Wherever it is, we are going.
we're going to make this happen. We're going to do this live in person, and we're going to have some fun with this because $2,000 if we raise $2,000, there is not a reason why we shouldn't shave your bitch ass head. So that being said, no reason for me not to travel to it either. So we're going to do this. We're going to have some fun. Owen, you're going to be in for it?
Hell yeah.
My man.
Hell yeah.
MJ, you're in for it?
Oh, I am in.
Rich, you in? Let's go! This will be some fun stuff going on right here. So I love it. This is the things that we do. We're trying to help people. We're trying to have some fun, bullshitting. This guy's getting married, so this is the best part right now. This guy's getting married this weekend. So how you feeling, man?
Dude, it's crazy. And I'm a overly logical, overly detailed person.
I would never have thought.
Anyway, because of the way my brain works, it's really hard for me to get excited about something.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Are those stupid Nike shorts that you were supposed to?
Yeah, they are. Yes, they are. Look at
Oh my god!
I can see your dick.
Anyway, because of the way my brain works, it's really hard for me to get excited about something when I have like a bunch of work or something ahead of time. Oh my gosh, what are you doing?
Sorry, Richie.
Ooh. So I drove about 15 hours yesterday.
Sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
I had to drive about 15 hours yesterday, and I'm just now to the point. I'm getting pictures of everything set up. Like, I'm excited now.
Actually,
why am I standing up? I don't know.
Well, you know what? Actually, it looks really cool because you have a W flag behind you, and like, dude, you're winning. You are actually. To be honest with you, this is your weekend. So,
oh yeah.
Sorry. So genuinely, so I apologize for like
You're fine.
Show my nutsack or whatever. But
oh, that was not as comfortable as I thought it would be.
No,
the chair's a little,
the chair's too wide.
The chair's a little wide. I'm not that flexible. Oh, that's
A
unfortunate.
little wide. But no, seriously though, man, I can't tell you how happy I am for you and how proud. Like genuinely, like,
Thank you, sir.
I'm not trying to like be that like weird, fucked up, like old guy. Fuck you, Cy. I'm not trying to be that weird old guy, but man, dude, like to see where you were and to see the things that you've grown into and the things that you've done, and with your back issues and you being able to fucking still succeed, man. Like genuinely, like I'm super proud and like God bless, man. Like as a like man to man, like that's good shit. And despite the fact that you're a fucking Packers fan, like I still love you and like genuinely, like I want what's absolute best for you, and let's fucking like keep going with this shit, and like anything you need, I'll always be there and help you out.
And the thing that I love is like I said, this is, you know, Jonathan said like, oh, the bachelor party's starting.
Oh,
I'm like, in my mind, I've got my bachelor party tomorrow, but also this is like, I meant that when I said it's a party. Like,
yeah, 100%.
This is a party to
awesome.
me.
Fucking Owen's chilling over here.
Exactly.
Like, that's your one of your best men.
Yes.
Like,
so one of the, you know, again, one of the best men in my wedding is also going to shave.
You got fucking
Richie's
Richie right here.
Yeah, by the way, I'm not invited. But
Oh no!
We're just gonna throw that one out in the middle of the audience right now.
Let's just say I'm not the one paying for it, so I didn't determine guest
That's
list.
actually kind of true.
Just saying.
So you can. I've been telling people I'm just a volunteer. I'm just showing up to the wedding. Give him some crown.
No,
He needs. He needs some. It's right there. Give him a little sip of that.
anyway,
Yeah, I'm not in charge of anything when it comes to the wedding, which is why I'm here.
well, the only reason
And
why
not
you
in
invited,
the South.
well, also at the same time though.
Carry on.
I remember my first drink. It was a long fucking time ago.
For the first time.
Oh, shit. What did you just do?
He was trying to hit the backboard,
Oh.
and it didn't go very well.
No, that's fine. Whatever. So, all right. So for those of you guys, it's off camera. So my corner area, I have a little basketball hoop that you like put like beer tops to, and oh, that was actually really close.
Damn.
Hold on. Like being an
It's really hard to hit.
old drunk person, like this. Oh, that was terrible.
You
It's been a while.
just
It's been a
threw
while.
it off the ceiling.
I did. Anyway.
Oh, now I think the wifey's coming down.
No.
She's like,
Oh well, basically.
oh, okay.
It's the puppy. It's the
Yeah,
puppy.
it's.
But anyway.
Wait. Did you just say basically?
Well, yeah, because like lady follows her around. I wasn't calling her a dog. My wife's beautiful. I
She
love
is
my
very
wife.
beautiful.
Okay. We're getting all right. We're gonna out Richie on this.
Whoa!
Richie thinks my wife is absolutely fucking stunning, and he's not wrong.
No,
But like this guy, and like frankly, like we all know this. Like I out kicked my stadium
Yes, you did.
Literally.
out with her, so she's absolutely beautiful and stunning, and I'm a fucking like
Way too
goofy-
nice for you. Way too patient.
Well, not nice. I would argue
Yeah.
I'm nicer than her.
Incorrect.
I would argue I am nicer than her.
You want to get her down here and
She can come down.
we can have this
Oh,
discussion.
if she's watching right now, I will argue that
I think she is. I heard it. playing upstairs.
Oh, there it is.
There
Oh,
it is.
there it is.
He's coming down.
There it is.
Hello.
Why?
Oh, she's
she's
rocking
wearing
the
the
shirt.
merch.
Let's go.
There we go.
I don't even know if you can see me.
No, you can't. You gotta come.
You gotta go by
around the
Richie.
corner,
I gotta.
unfortunately.
You gotta go by Richie.
Yeah.
I'll hold my breath. That's okay.
Oh my gosh.
All right, now
There we
now
go.
you're on camera.
Now we're showing the
All right.
merch. Beautiful.
So that being
Oh,
said,
wait,
all right. So who's nicer between me and you?
Me.
No, that's not true.
Me.
Hey, no, we'll
Why
we'll
would I
ask
say-
we'll ask Owen because he's a neutral third party.
Mm.
Oh yes. Hey, I can get you fucking fired. He texted me back, by the way.
Emphasis on neutral.
He's Switzerland like
You're
a
both
motherfucker.
Here's
He's
the
Switzerland like a motherfucker
You know,
right
to
now.
be fair, I will say, I will give credit where credit is due. I'm sorry, I like permanently lost my voice. You are a lot more patient than I,
He's better at
But-
being fake nice.
but no, you're more patient, like for little things, you know, like trying to get stuff done and whatnot. And I will say, nicer, it's definitely me. You always say I have a tender heart.
You do have a tender.
I have a tender heart.
You
I'm very
have no
nice.
heart.
I care a lot.
Wow,
She
that was
doesn't-
so touching.
I said you have no heart.
What?
I'm just joking.
How?
No,
I'm
there's
joking.
pieces left in there.
Woo! Smoke your cigar.
Not in my house. I don't do that shit.
Oh my gosh.
I haven't had a cigar in like 3 months. Yeah, 3 months.
Wow. Beautiful.
Nice.
In any case, all right. So I don't know if our third guest is gonna show up.
As far as I know at this point, we do not have a third guest coming.
All right, which is
So-
perfect. All right. So that being said, all right. So
Do we have anything sports related? Do we actually
yes,
care about
yes,
talking
I
about?
actually do, flat out.
Okay, what do we have?
All right. If so, the Chicagoland area and the Chicago Bears decide that they're not going to, and like no bias, no bullshit, no like
Thanks,
Packers
guys.
fucking love you. Your
Also,
butt-
The
your
hat
butt
I
looks
got
good.
from Walmart. If anyone was interested.
Oh.
Oh,
I got
Wait,
that.
oh, the hat.
Oh my
That
god.
Nice.
That hat I got
Wow.
from Walmart. What you said, like 4 years ago or so,
Yeah,
and it's lasted like
that long.
end of time.
So
It'll be
now we
an
know.
heirloom.
Okay. Yeah, so Richie needs one.
Dude, look at him right now.
He
Dude,
looks
you
like a
look
baller.
Dude, I love it.
You look like
Bro, Richie, imagine you pull
Oh
up
my
on
God.
a whip like that.
Oh no!
My
I was
Dodge
just thinking.
Charger.
All right, hey, no, listen. You know
Billy
what we're
Ray-
doing tonight?
Billy
All
Ray
right,
Cyrus.
we're going to record a video of him doing a burnout with his hat and his window down with
You
that
got the
hat on.
music blaring.
blaring America, like
No,
everything.
what he needs to do, he needs to race Owen.
He's losing.
Wait, what's out there? What do you have out there?
18 Golf R. Oh fuck.
Oh, well, if it was,
You're getting small.
I would. If it was not in pieces. Got another one though, but I can't. I don't drive when I drink.
Proud of you, Bruce. Proud of you.
Anyways,
What do we have to talk about?
All right,
This was
so-
Chicagoland area.
so no, Chicagoland area. So we found out this week that Chicago Bears are saying "F you, Lori Lightfoot." No surprise there. That to what she wants with the Chicago Bears and the renovations of Soldier Field and stuff like that.
Oh
Which-
yeah, her stupid like half dome idea, to where it would literally be
Which-
incapable of hosting any events other than
anything,
football.
right? Or soccer.
Yeah.
Anyway, you said carry on. Anyway, so one of the other things
gosh.
too that I actually was like, what the hell about was, good. You done?
You want to hit him with this next?
Fuck. No, I'm gonna fucking grab my fucking putter right there and grab him and fucking slam him in the head. Anyway.
He's here for the dog.
Anyway.
Who? Who's here for the dog?
Side. Why do I gotta be called the old man all the time?
Sai, you can't.
I probably act younger than all you motherfuckers. Just so
Sai,
you know.
you can't say anything because you're not here in person.
Oh, got him.
That's all I have to say.
Anyway, so as I was saying though, so Lori Lightfoot decided to propose that bullshit stadium. And by the way, which is funny because they were trying to say that they wanted to sell naming rights to the stadium.
Oh gosh.
And okay, so
So
flat
it
out,
can be guaranteed rate stadium too?
right. So like my biggest thing also too is like you're going to sell naming rights to Soldiers Field. Soldier Field. You want to sell naming rights to an NFL franchise, or excuse me, a respectable.
What is going on?
This is awesome.
Is your dog just peeing on the floor right now?
Oh my gosh!
He's
fine.
still going.
Hey,
He's still going.
you didn't take him out, did you?
I did. He's just old.
This is great.
That's a full stream. That's a
I
powerful.
just took you out.
He's
Oh my
fine.
gosh.
Good boy.
I just took you.
He's still young. Oh my gosh.
Took you.
Don't let anybody tell you you're old, bro.
Yay!
You still are young and powerful. Oh my gosh.
What is happening?
I thought that Richie was spilling his drink or something. We broke Richie. We broke Richie. He's broken.
He's done. He just
Hold up. Can I get a Richie cam real quick?
Understand.
Can I get a Richie cam real quick?
just put it
You
down.
guys don't understand.
No, he's good.
I watched these runs.
No, it's fine.
Oh.
No, why do you two? Just do one.
Oh my god, I'm dying.
Oh, that poor puppy.
Oh my god, I'm dying.
Oh my god, you guys. Sai's like, as I was saying, I'm here for the dog.
Oh my gosh.
I love it. I love it. All right. So anyway, as I was saying, I have no. Well, honest to God, like that is actually a great example of what I think of Lori Lightfoot's fucking thought process about Soldier Field. So it's a perfect transition. So Lori Lightfoot, you're a fucking idiot. I'm gonna piss on that idea. And
Can we just talk about the fact real quick?
then my dog just fucking piss on the floor right in front of us.
No, the fact that Albert Hall just like willingly invited us to come have a show at the Summer League
Oh, we're going
in
professional
his
now.
studio.
And then we're doing this. And
I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember that.
dude, honest to God, I can't believe I don't even see how
between
people
you
are
and me-
watching. Like,
Between you and me,
how are people watching our show right now?
Oh,
between you and me, we killed that interview.
like,
Like,
give me.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Like, dude,
that was a good interview.
I thought I actually think like okay, so I usually do really well with like the whatever other questions,
Yeah.
but like I brought in information that was in the past,
Yes.
and then I continued and I asked the question. That's what
Very
like,
well educated
right,
questions.
right.
Yeah.
It's really scary.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when a man is broken. Just at his core,
we just
he has been
all right,
broken.
So we just brought his ass back too.
Oh my god.
And
You good?
are you okay?
Are you promoting this in the fucking dog pissing pages?
Oh now.
Is there a
dog
Reddit page?
pissing page?
I'm sure there's a dog page on Reddit you can go promote in.
There's Illinois lost dogs and cats.
No, we don't.
Yeah, that
no,
works.
no, well,
No.
no, we don't want to do that.
That's close enough.
No, dog pissing page.
Elephant
Anyway.
lost dogs and cats.
Anyway, stop.
Oh my gosh.
No, surprisingly, like we were fairly professional with that shit. Oh, Yeah, you probably should do that stuff.
Yes.
He's just-
Honestly, I don't think we can top that.
I got nothing.
That's about as good as we can
I
do.
got nothing. Honestly, I don't.
We got a couple articles coming out tomorrow. Richie,
We got some
good
articles.
right in the world.
Why do you have a basketball? I should have a basketball.
Oh my God.
Also,
Richie, finish your soccer article. Everybody donate. We will get our information next Thursday so that you guys can donate.
yes.
So that we can shave Richie's head. Owen already donated some money.
$100.
So we're already
$100. We're at 1,900 right now. So that being said, Richie needs to decide what charity we're going to do it to. $2,000. We're going to do this. Let's have some fun.
Well, I'm sure you will post something at the wedding.
Yeah, 100%.
You
No,
need to
no,
something.
I'm going to go live at the wedding. Are you kidding?
Beautiful.
So we're going to go live. I am going to go live at the wedding with my beautiful wife.
Yes.
I'm going to go
And,
live at the wedding with my beautiful wife. Owen, I'm going to go live with you because you were part of this too. And since you were the first person to donate some of the stuff to shave this bullshit, I want you to be a part of it. If that's okay with you, sir?
For sure.
All right, word. All right, so that being said, MJ,
Yes, sir.
it doesn't change. It doesn't change. She's still amazing. She's always going to be there by your side. It's fun. Don't ever let anyone tell you anything different. That's it.
Beautiful.
Congratulations. Let's fucking do this.
Thank
Let's
you,
have
sir.
some fun.
Let's
Third
have
down
some fun.
Thursdays. Keep going. Owen, you're the man. Richie, fuck you. I'm going to piss on your forehead.
Please.
That being said,
Run the outro.
let's go. Hey, MJ.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.